Back all week long, we've introduced you to a large part of the Buffalo theater community as we get ready for Curtain Up in the 2014-2015 season. Well, I had a chance to meet up with one incredibly talented actor as he gets ready to open up at the Shays Smith Theater. So take a look.
I had these stories I would always tell, just as a storyteller around the table with friends, or and it would get a great reaction. So, people would say to me, "You should really do something with this." And I just didn't want to write a story about laughing, and then you forget about it when you leave the theater. I wanted to really give it a depth. What does a child really go through when they grow up in this kind of situation? What are the family dynamics that happen?
Those are the questions that Frank Ingraziata tries to answer in his critically acclaimed one-man show, Blood Type Ragu.
I talk about the flavor of what it is to grow up in an Italian family, and through the metaphor of food. And then what happens is that it was a very emotional family, volatile family, and I sort of divorced myself from the culture because it was almost like I didn't want to be Italian.
But as we all have heard before, blood is thicker than water. In this case, as thick as tomato sauce. And Frank's cultural heritage comes back to him when he least expects it.
As fate would have it, I never dreamed I would marry a woman with a Sicilian background, and whose family was very connected to the culture. Her parents lived in Sicily. So in the process of having that experience, our honeymoon was a cruise, and part of it was going to be in Sicily to have a second reception there. And my wife kept saying to me, "Do you want to reconnect to family you have not seen?" Because I had not seen them in 29 years. It just so happened, as fate would have it, that the town my parents grew up in was next door to where my wife's family was living. So I have to make that choice whether I want to ring that doorbell and reconnect, and magical things happen.
Over the course of Blood Type Ragu, Frank Ingraziata will play over 20 characters.
I play my parents. I play the neighbors on the block because my mother nicknamed everybody on the block. I never knew any of my neighbors' real names, So because I only knew them as nicknames she gave them. I have a moment where I venture in Sicily and I play, aunts and uncles there. I play my siblings. So it's a range. Some of them have depth and definite different facets to them, and others are just kind of fun,
The characters and the events of the play may be rooted in the experience of growing up in an Italian family, but the story strikes a common chord, allowing all audience members to relate to something happening on stage.
I strive to tell the truth of the issue through humor. Sometimes there are painful moments, but again, a lot of times from pain comes humor. So it has a depth to it, and also I think it's he goes through, there's a lot of family dynamics, the pull of the mother. How do you, connect to a dad, who is somewhat aloof, So it's just, they're very universal themes. They just happen to be put in an ethnic family situation.
And if you'd like to check out Blood Type Ragu, it'll be on stage at Shays Smith Theater on October 14th and 15th for a preview performance, and it'll be running from October 16th to the 26th. For more tickets, you can head over to shays.org. They also have information on their website about their big Curtain Up celebration. But right now, from talking about Italian culture to two Sicilians in the kitchen, which sounds like the perfect segue, let's head over to the kitchen.